Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to represent your idiom using Wixie. So when you're in art lesson 23, there is a folder that says idiom lists. So you're going to click on that. And then there are three options. So there are some easy idioms that you can draw from. There is medium or there is hard. You guys have a choice to see if you want to challenge yourself or if you want to try an easy one first. So I'll click on open, and then you'll see a list of some idioms. So remember, an idiom is something that means something else. So like a hot potato, a controversial issue or situation that is awkward or unpleasant to deal with. And the example is the subject of bullying and fighting in my school is a hot potato. So you'll pick an idiom that you want to work with, and then you will go to bcps.wixie.com. And so if you go back to our lesson 23, there is a link in the try it, show it. That shows you the Wixie link right here. All right, so then you'll go to Wixie and you'll sign in with your BCPS credentials. So your username and password, and then you'll see Wixie open up. So we're gonna create a new project, and you can do portrait or landscape, it doesn't matter. For me, I'm probably just gonna do portrait. And then it will again open up your blank canvas here. So the first thing I want to do actually is I'm going to click text right here, my text right here. And then I'm just going to move this up to the top and kind of stretch it out a little bit. And then I'm going to type my idiom. So I'm doing an idiom that you guys don't have. So my idiom is apple of my eye. And apple of my eye means somebody who you care about a lot. They would be the apple of your eye. So like my grandmother is the apple of my eye, which would be my idiom. So I want to, I'm going to come back to this text in a little bit, but for now I want to think about how I can illustrate this idiom as a symbol. So using shape. So I think I'm going to make an apple, and maybe it has an eye on top of it. So just thinking about how you can break this phrase down, this idiom down, and represent it using a symbol. So maybe I'm going to start with my apple first. So I'm going to click on my shape tool. And I might make this a circle. I'm just going to make some circles here to try and make an apple. So yeah, oops. I want to make this a filled shape. So I'm going to click this dark square. Make one circle. I'm going to make another circle. I'm looking at the bottom of my apple right now. And then maybe another circle up here. And that will be the shape of my apple. Maybe you want to give it a stem. You can draw it using this paintbrush. If you want it a little bit bigger brush, you can bring your brush size up a little bit, and it will make your brush a little bit bigger. I could also go to my colors and say I don't see a color here that I like, and click this arrow, and I might want a lighter green, so like that. And then I can also draw a leaf on my flower. So now I have sort of an apple. It's a weird apple shape. I can fix up my edges using the brush tool again. So I just didn't like this indent here, so I can brush that in. Now that I have my apple, maybe I'll make an eye. So I'm going to go back to the shape tool right here. I'm going to click on circle, and then I'm going to make this circle white and make sure it's filled in by clicking that. I'm just going to draw an eye on top of my apple. So eye, kind of like a oval, sideways oval. Then maybe I'll have like the iris of my eye, so the color in my eye. Maybe I'll make that like a blue, maybe a lighter blue. I'm just going to draw an iris on my eye. And then the center of my eye, I'm going to make that black. And then I have an apple with an eye to represent apple of my eye. You can give your background a pattern if you'd like. So you can click on this paint bucket. You can go over here to the arrow where it says more colors. You can start with a color here. So I think for red, something that will stand out from red would probably be like a green. Or if I wanted to work with the iris, I could probably do something like orange. I'm probably going to stick with this orange color. There we go. So then you also can click on fill here, this arrow, and you have some options of how you can fill your background. So maybe I like this one a little bit, so I can click on this one, and then I'm going to click in the center of my apple. Not there. So maybe behind it. So you see how it has this glow? So then, now I want to start working with my text a little bit. So, so people know which idiom you chose. You can move this down here. You can decide where you want to have your text located at. I'm going to click on my text box. I'm going to highlight it all. And I'm going to click on font. So I'll find a font that will represent this idiom best. So thinking back to our Student of the Year project. So think about how the text works best for the words you're looking at. So I like this Chewy font. And maybe I want to make it white. Get a little bit bigger. I can add a shadow to it if I would like. And if I click away from it, I can move it up here. And that's pretty much it. You can just experiment with Wixie to make your idiom and just have fun doing this. It shouldn't be that stressful. And once you have your completed idiom, you can go to File and then go to Download. So download right here. You can go to Images, JPG with background, and it will save down here. Then you can go back to our art lesson, go to Try It, Show It, and write a comment. You can click File, go to Downloads, and then your picture should be at the top. If it's not at the top, you can click Date Modified a couple of times until you see it at the top. And then you'll click Open, and then your picture will come up, and then you just have to write a comment. So here you can write what your idiom is. apple of my eye, and then post it. So there you have your idiom. You can be as fancy as you like, and you get as creative as you like, and use all the Wixie tools. So try around with all these Wixie options that you have, and have a good time. All right.